Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Thursday night race. We've got ROM as just a one-off tonight that I'm going to be streaming for them. But see how they get on. I'm told it's a really good league, so looking forward. ROM, by the way, is Republican Motorsport, and they are at round 12 tonight of their season at Hungary. Not 100% sure how many we're expecting on grid. I know there was I think probably because it's Easter weekend, they've got quite a few that couldn't make it this weekend, but tonight. But not doing too bad though. Was out to 13 or 14, so we're doing all right. And Hungary, hey, what a track! What a track! Been around as long as I can remember. I'm so old, I can remember um, Damon Hill in the Arrows Yamaha leading here at Hungaroring in I think it was 98, 1998. For pretty much the whole race before he lost his top gear and eventually got overtaken by Jacques Villeneuve and Michael Schumacher. But, still finished third, despite the fact he couldn't select top gear towards the end. So, brilliant. And I'm reliably informed that we got some fast drivers in here tonight. Now I know Atom's fast in a way. I know Atom. I'm just looking through. I'm reliably informed that Rom Beeford is a fast one as well. But I must admit, I'm not sure about the others, so I'm going to be learning as we go as well. Any of the drivers that listen to this, whether you listen live or listen later on or whatever. Well, I was going to say actually, I was going to say, by all means, if I get any of your names wrong, give me a shout. But obviously, say it's a one-off. But who's to say? So, unfortunately, I usually race myself on Thursdays, which is Wednesdays and Thursdays I normally race, so and Saturdays. So the rest of the week I do streams, but pretty much I don't really give myself any free time. It's pretty much stream every night when I'm not racing myself. So, yeah, Taylor. Hey, Taylor. Hola, she said. Hungry under race track. What a track. What a track. Chilly Willy. Well, you, James, or me? Oh, I see what you mean. Chill. Yeah. I get you now. I get you. I get you. All right, it takes me a few moments. I'm getting on. You're James 1994. I'm Hilly 8. I was just about to say 1884. Not quite that old. 1984. So here we go. So we've got short qualifying tonight. 50% race, which as you can see on your screen is 35 laps here at Hungary. Hungary in the past has always been quite hard on tyres, so it does make strategy quite interesting around here. It is possible to two stop here. I don't think we'll see it. I'd be surprised, but I think there's about 6-7 second difference. But that's close enough that one or two might decide to do it. Obviously, if the safety cars get involved, then it can start playing into their hands. Um, there we go. How many drivers? PC Paddleboy definitely gets a special mention. If for no other reason than because he's called PC Paddleboy, which is an incredible name. Um, and Imri is how I would say that. Imri. So I hope that's right, Imri. And thank you for inviting me in as well, by the way, because I don't know why I added Ron Beeford, but for some reason I couldn't join off him, so not sure why. Um, I'll say it's because there's quite a lot of people that won't have heard me before. I'll just save you all the time and say yes, I'm from Bristol, I'm southwest. I sound like a farmer. Get that bit out of the way, so we're all on equal terms now. So we will be having podium interviews at the end as well. As long as three people make it to the end, then we'll be all right. So yeah, which I'm sure they will. Numbers getting up. You said how many, James? Didn't you? We're 15 at the moment, mate. I must admit, Taylor. did ask if he could join, but I wouldn't, because I'm only doing a one-off thing. I don't know anyone. I didn't really feel comfortable asking, if I'm honest. But sorry about that, Taylor. But I told you might have another race tonight in a way of something F2 or something. But yeah. So, waiting for the ready up shite, really. But so I don't have to wait for any others. Oh, Echo, I know. Echo, I commentated on the other night, didn't I? On Monday in GRL. So he was Division 6 in GRL, but he ain't no slouch. Echo, well, he's the champion of Division 6, and he's won it by about 100 points or something, so we're over 100 points. So clearly should be a little bit further up. Yeah, cheeky podium interviews. Always look forward to a podium interviews. Always good. All right, James. Don't get, don't get aggressive, sir. In Remastercast is incoming. So say it's kind of fun going into a race not really knowing. To say I know Atom's quick, and I know, or I've been told by somebody who I know is very quick that Bedford's quick as well. So I've been, I've been putting the no on that one. But yeah, but it's kind of fun going into it. Not too sure. So I'll see how very quick you guys are. I do expect a pole position in the 115s, by the way. No pressure or anything, but very disappointed if not in the 115s. Gonna get killed? You're not gonna get killed turn one. You'll be absolutely fine. Do what I do and just start at the back, because nobody can kill you at turn one if you start at the back. Because yeah, that's the reason I start at the back, not because I'm slow. Yeah, always happens. What's LY really mean, James? I just told you I'm old. I don't know what LY means. You'll be absolutely fine, Paddleboy. You say you've driven like 6 laps of Hungary, but look, Hungary's been in the game since I was a little kid, so you know. The first actual F1 game I played was F1, well, just called Formula 1 1996 on the PlayStation 1, and it was in then, so you'll be alright. We've all done it thousands of laps around here, I'm sure. You probably need 2 or 3. Perhaps go out and do a little stint at the start, but there's a bit of rain. That's interesting. Doesn't help with me with like figuring out people's actual pace, but it's only soft. This can't be any more. I'll just double check. But yeah, intermediates. I wasn't really expecting anything else. It's way too light to be full wets. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's too wet. Yeah, in F. I gathered you meant in F22, buddy. But the track's still the same as it was in F21 as well, and 20. In fact, this track, of any of the tracks on the calendar, is probably one of the very few that hasn't changed at all. That I can think of, in a way. So we've got Williams out first, and it is Imrie out first. So I didn't tell anybody this, but obviously James, you'll know, but I always do a hilly hot lap. And as Imrie's out first, I think we should do it with Imrie. I hope he's not still listening to comms though, because I might put him off. Well, maybe I shouldn't do it with Imrie just in case. Don't want to be putting him off, do I? It doesn't actually look that wet, does it? It's nowhere near dry enough for slicks, but we might be heading that way. It's either we're heading that way or we've just gone the other way from slicks to being too wet. Soon know, if you get a load of people just don't bother coming out in the early part, then it's probably because it's definitely going slick. Here he comes. Over the line, head down to turn 1. Obviously, you usually have DRS open at this point. down to turn 1. These conditions, you're probably down to second for turn 1. Through the gears, good exit. You'd also have DRS here down to turn 3. And it's kind of a late entry into turn 3, late braking, late entry, late apex. Actually keep it further right than you would think for turn 4. And go from there. Lots of pace through. You've got to be brave on the blind left-hander. Lots of pace through. It's the inside, but always make sure you don't touch the inside curve on the right-hander. And then we come up to the lovely chicane. Produces one of the best views of the game as you driver comes through and you get the camera from the reverse side. It's sort of leisurely, sort of left, right, left before this really fast. It's more of a lift than a brake into that one. And the late braking, late apex right-hander. Really important to get a good exit again, just in a small little straight before the hairpin. Driver in front. Actually not getting out of the way. Not realising maybe that Imri's on a hot lap. It's actually his teammate as well, isn't it? I think it's actually the other Williams. But I don't think Imri will mind too much. He's going to have a lot of laps to do before the end of this session. So 1:25.2 gets us underway anyway. That's actually is a decent lap. I think he's got a lot more time. We saw him get really oversteery out of the fast right-hander, so he's definitely got more time in that. And usually in these conditions, drivers improve continuously throughout the session in a way. So, see how they go. The McLaren then of PC Paddleboy. Towards the end of the lap, might be some more times. Oh, Imri's had a crash. So he's not going to get another chance. He's crashed out of. He's coming out of turn 3. I think he's probably oversteered out of turn 3. The only car that was close to him has just gone past him, so Atom then goes fast. This is quickly followed by Blades. And now Paddleboy into P2 on a 24.3 as well. 20. I can't quite read that top one. I think it's 23. Can't be 23.6. 20. Yeah, 23.6. Sorry, yeah. And on Beeford then 23.5 goes fastest. As I say, this could be. I'm never quite sure how important these first laps are when they're on inters. So they usually start going quicker and quicker as the session goes on and they get used to it. But of course, if it is actually drying up, because it's definitely not raining hard, is it? As Jack, I would say, that is goes into P2. It's Stato. Ferrari is invalidated. I'll add lap down this disabled. Going to the pits. What is that? Aggie Lamb? Aggie? I have no idea. On James in the Ferrari. Yeah, I saw him, Ray. I was on board with you. You obviously didn't realise you were on a hot lap, but then of course you've gone and crashed. Coming out, it looked like it was coming out of turn 3, I think. So James crosses the line then. He goes P7 in a Ferrari. Stato and the other Ferrari having another go, but he's invalidated again. Lorne just starting the lap, so we'll get a full lap in there if we can then. Let's stay on board with the guys during qualifying. I think it provides the best camera that we can see how they're racing. You can usually have it play a little game yourself as well, where you try and guess who the wheel drivers are and guess who the pad players are. I would say that Lauren here is most certainly a wheel driver. Still a pad man myself. Yeah, you had a little rip, mate. Yeah, you had a little moment out of fast right-hander, didn't you? Which you would have lost you a bit of time in your actual lap, but you recovered that one nicely. Yeah, I'd left you by the time you got round to turn 3. Onto the next driver light. But you got to do the hilly hot lap in a way. That's fun for you to watch back. Nice hilly hot lap. Comes Lauren then in the Aston Martin. What can you do? 24.5, good lap. Puts in right next to his teammate Adam. 23.3 from Bedford. I think it is Bedford anyway. Let's go down to one of these guys then, who's Stato further around in the Ferrari then, so let's go with him. I mean, so Paddleboy, you saying dry setup, so you were expecting a dry race, I gather then. Dry race around here could be fun. It's not a fan of a wet race around here. There's not many tracks actually. I would be anymore. Only you know, it's I'm guessing a little bit if he was actually going to go over to the right or not then. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks now. It used to be back in the old days. It used to be when the race was wet. You used to go into it and it was like, yes, it's raining, awesome. It used to make it so much better, but nowadays it seems to make it really difficult for overtaking with, of course, not having DRS. Stato anyway goes P12. Echo, of course, follow across the line behind him. Mako not on a lap at the moment. Here comes Echo. 1:24.0. That puts him in P4. At the moment, the pole time is a 23.0 from Blade. Is that Blade Zoff? Blade Zoffis. Just call him Blade, it's easier. So anybody, let's see if we can spot if we're going across the line, he might be doing another one. I think we've got a crash. It's exactly the same place as Imri as well. If we get to one of these guys. Oh, can you believe it? Moro's FIFA. It's done it in exactly the same place as well, so unreal, absolutely unreal. We've lost 2 more drivers coming out of turn 3. Clearly where the danger is at the moment. Good. It's absolutely brilliant chicane. If they ever take that chicane out of this track, I'm going to go and protest in Hungary because it's just the best. It's got to be right up there, one of the best chicanes of the calendar. Third quarter of a second up. So what we're seeing here is the track is, well, it could be you guys just getting more used to it and improving that way, but it could also be that the track is drying up maybe as we go. Continuously evolving. 22.9 then from Bedford as he now goes fastest. They're playing a bit of tennis at the moment. Ice cream? Can't have ice cream, we just had chocolate cake actually. Dad's still got his 80th birthday cake from last Monday. So, ice cream currently P5, PB of 24.0. Ah, okay, Emery. Yeah. Hey, Nico. Thanks for joining, my friend. Oh, into the pits for ice cream then. That was a good watch. Always loving in that. I guess it is that point of qualifying, actually, where those... You do sometimes get a split here. Not everybody likes to come in when it's inters. In fact, I'm one of them. I like to just stay out on track and just keep going. But this might be an indication. Well, maybe it is going to dry up and this is everybody coming in getting ready, or maybe they do like to go onto a fresh set of inters. Yeah, you barely wear inters really normally. Yeah, definitely in rate, but it was a shame, mate. But as I said, you might end up, you never know, sometimes being down at the back is sometimes the best place to be, I find. I don't know, just avoid all the trouble, don't you, at turn 1. So Thatham gets himself well out of the way for the Ferraris. James. Dratum gets well off track to let him through. He just nips into the pits instead. Comes Stato. No improvement there. We'll stick with him. Loads of energy, so hopefully he's going on to a hot lap. Yeah, you're probably right, Emery. I'll maybe. I don't know. One thing I've noticed recently is loads of people are now running the strategy, so it's hard first and medium second. Seems to be the most favoured sort of strategy in the dry these days. But and it is the fastest really. But so maybe from the back go the opposite, go medium and then hard. And hope for that earlier safety car to switch to hards to go to the end. But, yeah, but you're right, yeah, and it's not really strategy, is it? It's just doing one thing or the other and hoping for the best, isn't it? It's not, that's what I like to see on Thursday nights. I actually usually do. So I usually drive, but I do 100% races normally on Thursday nights. So that kicks out the strategy side of it a lot. Comes then, so goes P10 in the Ferrari, 24.5. Very respectable effort. He was just ahead of his teammate by a couple of tenths. I still don't know what that name is. I'm just going to call him Aggie. Aggie do, push one apple, shake the tree. I won't do that again, I promise. If anybody's listening, I promise I won't do that again. Echo then, P3, minute. Ecstatic with a podium in there. Good field there, mate. Looks like you. Well, it doesn't look like Mako's going to come out. So maybe Mako wants to start from the back, or maybe he's got a quali ban, I don't know. Maybe he's just shy, don't want to show his face. It's he's not coming out at the moment. So it looks like at the moment you're likely to be starting P13. Oh, just as I say that, he comes out on track. Sorry about that, Emery. I probably cost you a place then. Right, Echo not happy with that attempt in the end. Blade not on a lap. Ice Cream, are you on a lap? Confident, Emery. Like it. Confident. Aggie, there's no G's. Is that how bad my eyes are now that there's actually no G's in that and I've just been calling him Aggie? Oh, they're Q's. Oh yeah, they're Q's. Well, I can't call him Aki. Aquil AMG. Oh, it's going to have to be AMG then, isn't it? Why don't you just let me call him Aggie all race? That would have been fine. Nobody would have known. Except you. Anyway. Is anybody on the lap? Now coming to the final big run. Ladies just crossed the line. This must be a lap then. Let's go with this one. So, just absolutely double checking, but I'm assuming everybody's still in inters. They are indeed. So, no nutters in this league. Usually one nutter, isn't there, that thinks, oh yeah, sorry, I'll go on softs. There's a lake outside, but I'll go on softs in a way, just in case. Aki. I'll try. Aki. No, blades invalidated. Has he got enough time? Probably quite tight for him, I'd imagine. The Red Bull behind. This is Shaq. No, I think Blade is just going to run out of time. Yeah, 5 seconds. He's just coming into the final corner. I would think he's going to run out of time. There's the 0. He didn't make it. And Shaq. It's a line improves by 4 attempts into P3. Nice lap. And Paddleboy, 23.6, P6 for him. God, there's a Ferrari on its way round. This is Stato. He's improving by a quarter of a second through sector 2. Half a second in the end. Nice final sector. Goes up into P8, sorry. Oh, Atom. Ends up out of shape in that fast right-hander. James is invalidated, whereas Mako, he's invalidated, so you will stay ahead of Mako, Imri. B13 starting, buddy. Aki, no good. Ice Cream, no good. I think that's it then. Yeah, that's everybody, isn't it? So it's congratulations to Bedford, who takes pole position in the tricky conditions at Hungary. So it's one of the bonuses in Hungary with dry setup, wet setup thing. It's probably one of the tracks where the dry setup's closer to the wet setup. You know, there's other tracks are miles away normally. Like France last night, I did full wet race all the way through, 50%, full wet. France last night was difficult, and you did, James, didn't you? You was there as well. Difficult that was. So, anyway, yeah, congratulations on pole position for Bedford. We got Blade in P2, Jacques P3, Echo 4, Aki in 5, Paddleboy in 6, Ice Cream in 7, Stato 8, Atom 9, Atom's teammate Lauren in P10, James in 11, Greeny in P12, Imri 13, FIFA in 14, and Mako in 15. So we're just waiting for Aki's car to be fully pushed into the garage. There we go. So I have no idea if you have a brake or not. But yeah, well done, PC Paddleboy. P6 first race, mate. That's very good. Oh, it's Jacob, is it? It's calling you Jacques because that was my oldest brother's surname. So that's why it's spelt similar. So I thought it was Jacques. Okay, Jacob. I'll just call him Jacob then. That's fine. Oh yeah, Casino. Jaqub. Okay, yeah, I wasn't seeing it that way. I really need glasses tonight. There's the positions then. I've already read them through. So, if it's to the race director, any instance. There you go. Just in case stewards need them. Don't think there's anything there that they need, but there we go. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we have a break or not. I don't know if somebody could say that. Well, I'll find out if somebody hits the button, won't I? But, I suppose if we do, then I could go and grab a coffee quickly. Yeah, just going to grab a quick coffee, guys. It looks like we might have a little break, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, guys, back with you. Get ready to go. So a quick look, actually, at the championship standings. I've not been able to put them on a, on a overlay or anything, but I'll have a quick look in the Discord, see. Here we go, championship standings. So, not 100% sure these are up to date, because I think I saw something earlier on, but something missing, not sure. At the moment then, Blade leads the way in the McLaren on 196. Hardy is in P2, but he's not with us tonight. 141. Drazzy P3, he's not with us tonight. So, our next driver that's with us at the moment is Bedford, who's P4 on 115. So he'll be looking to close the gap a little bit. There's still quite a few rounds to go. So Lauren then in P4, Atom in P5. Sort of moving down a bit then. Go through the names. Go. And then in the well, somebody invited me to play. I haven't left. I'm aware of. There's been a restart or something. Am I missing something? McLaren lead the way in the championship as well. Oh, all lights are going on. And away we go. As Bedford still leads, but he's under attack here from Blades. Down to turn 1. Come through. Just check a bit further back as we're going through. A couple of drivers off track, but no contacts that I could see. And Bedford and Blades still side by side. It looks like Blades is just going to be able to... Is he going to keep the lead? No, Bedford, it looks like in the Haas, has stayed with it. Let's go on board. And there's that beautiful view that I mentioned about. And Blade then follows Bedford, so Blade P2, Jacob is P3. Looks like Paddle Boy's had a moment or something, although he's still going alright. But he's just dropped down a bit to P13. I think he might have lost an M plate in that. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he's okay. Aki has a moment off track. Rejoins safely though in P13. And then Lauren just dropped some off the start. I'll do a check of the positions changes in a minute. Imri is into the pits. So had some contact there somewhere. Position changes then. Atom up into 3rd now, up 6 places. Great start from him. Biggest starter up 8 places is Mako, who's in P7. P6 at the moment for FIFA. Sorry, P8 for FIFA, but he's up 6 places is what I meant to say. So very good start there. Come now. Swings hot up. Quick look at the tyres. Sorry, I was expecting a formation lap, so it's thrown me a little bit, I must admit. I'm used to having a formation lap. As you can see, the top 2 at the moment, so Bedford and Blades, both started on the hards, as did Jacob. Atom, though, who's a bit further down in the standings at the start, so was he 9th in the end, I think. He started on the mediums, which have helped him get up to P3, so that really puts a different sail on the race now. It puts a real strategy thing on there. We've got a yellow, sets of 2 of 3, and I think it's Paddle Boy. It is. Looks to get going again. I can't see any damage. I think he's okay. I think it's just a spin, which he's recovered and is back heading the right direction now. It's all good. So is Atom going to do anything about these guys? He goes to the inside of Blaze. They have a tiny bit of contact. Who's going to appear ahead? And it's Atom. The extra grip of those mediums has enabled him to accelerate away better out of turn 1. So up into 2nd place. And Paddle Boy is out. Now, will that cause... Will it cause the safety car? Hasn't yet. I think we might get away with it because he's sort of on his own a bit, as in there's no cars on their way round, so we may get away with that one. Car should clear. As long as it clears... Yeah, there it is. Cleared out the way, so we're going to be okay. Rear wing damage for Paddle Boy. Yeah, makes it extremely difficult, particularly on a track, even more so on a track like Hungary, to be fair. Such a high downforce track. So, but to be fair, rear downforce on this game overall this year has been really difficult to deal with. Not used to it because 21 wasn't the same. So get away with it in 21, but yeah, it's a real eye opener when this game came out. That was. So Atom's still doing his best at the moment to try and do something about Bedford, but so each lap that ticks away, those hards get a bit better on performance in comparison with the mediums. Battle going on further down. FIFA is alongside Ice Cream, who's making the overtake attempt, and Ice Cream gets through. That's up to P9 now. Also started on the hards, did Ice Cream. Again, that beautiful view. Absolutely love it. One of my favourite cameras in the game. See how people come through that chicane. See who hits the sausage curves and who doesn't. I don't know, buddy. Don't know. I didn't see that happen on my screen, but yeah, I'm not sure. Atom then looks to make the move on Bedford, overshoots it a little bit, but we've got another retirement. It's Greeny is out, and it looks like that is the safety car. Just looking, I think that's the safety car behind us. I think it is a full safety car. So, well, you medium starters, is this a blessing? Can you switch to the hards and get to the end here? You're looking at 30 laps on hards. Obviously, the first couple I expect will be under safety car. So really, it's more like sort of 28, 29 laps on hards. Obviously, there's always the chance that another safety car could occur, but with only 13 remaining on the grid now, we think there's a chance that we will go to the end. So we'll see what Atom's the first to decide. So, what would you do? If you were on mediums, would you pit? I fancy you could take him to the end. I don't think there's an issue with that. I think hards will get there. It's just whether doing that is actually going to be quick or not. That's the thing. For Atom, he's got to give up a lot of positions, potentially, to do this. But in he comes. Atom is going for it. Stato's on... Oh, he is on medium, Stato. So he stays out. Mako stays out. Aki, next on the medium, stays out. FIFA also stays out. So it looks like... What about Lorne? Now, Lorne's in a different situation because he's down at the back. So for me, surely Lorne just pits in a way. I don't see any advantage for him staying out. But, well, let's see what do. Don't know himself, like he's stopping on track. And what shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? No, I'm going to stay out. Okay. Something I've never had happen before. Somebody actually stop in front of the pit, sort of think, wondering what they're going to do. So we'll have another opportunity to pit, and that could also be why Lauren didn't. Perhaps he does want to pit, but thought, well, I may as well do another lap. Safety car will not come in this lap, even if he catches, it will stay out. Any of these other guys? No. So everybody thinks I'm nuts, apart from Atom, that did pit to the hards. So potentially can go to the end of this race. So I think he'd be able to do it. I don't think the hards will wear out before the end. So it's not so much whether they can make it, I don't think, around here. I think it's more a case of you know, how quick they are in the later stages of the race. So those that started on hards that are going to pit to mediums later on are, you know, they're just going to blitz in because the hards have gone too slow. We'll have to find out. I'm sure Atom would have expected some other pitters there. I doubt you'd have expected to actually come in and nobody else to pit and drop all the way to 10th, to be fair. If he'd have known that, if he'd ever had that as a sort of, you know, it's hindsight, so, you know, if he'd have known that in hindsight, he may have chosen differently, but we'll see how it works out for him anyway. It's going to be interesting. So for those of you who may watch that haven't watched before, I do always give a driver of the day at the end. It's commentator's driver of the day, and my only rule is that the driver of the day cannot have a penalty. It must be penalty free. It's my only little rule that I have. Stick with Jacob for the restarts, as it's just a good view to ahead. There we go then. Went quite early then, Bedford. They seem to react pretty well though. Not well enough to get a move, but top three did catch the rest though a little bit. Guys, top four, remember, all on hards at the moment, so they're going to be, well, everybody will be suffering a bit with low temperature in the tyres, but the hards will take that bit longer. Little battle. Oh, Atom is out! No way. Well, what a shame, because that was going to be our little tactical thing, our strategy call. It's kind of ruined that for us a little bit, because that's going to be really interesting to see him looking to take those to the end. So it hasn't caused the safety car, so on we go. Screen at the moment. Be close to James. Slight worry though, 3 drivers down on lap 8 at the moment. I don't know, FIFA seems to have dropped off a bit at the back. Mako's in. So maybe he was involved there with Atom somehow, but also FIFA's in. So both of them clearly need a new front wing then. Back up to the leaders then. Arabay is getting very close to Bedford there. I just love that view. Just get to see who it's the sausage curds and who doesn't. So nice racing at the moment, and Jacob's absolutely staying with them at the moment. See, 4 on the hard, so Echo very much there as well. And Stato on the mediums. Having a very good race so far, Stato. In fact, both Ferraris way up from where they started. So, yeah, up 3 places or 5 places. So, very good day for the Ferraris so far. Obviously, see if they can get that gun to the end. So, this does get close in this first sector, doesn't he? Seems to each lap. So notoriously difficult to overtake around Hungary. I think that's always been a sort of... It's like an open track Monaco in that sense. So, oh, where'd that ass go? Wow, okay, well, I don't know what just happened to Bedford, but it's like he just completely missed his braking. Flying off the track. So, in a way, he's back on. I don't think he hit anything. There's no obvious front wing signs of front wing damage, so I don't think he hit anything. Very strange moment there. We had a bit of a... Perhaps he slips on the pedal or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Echo, though, is having a look. And, not quite close enough on this occasion. So, the actual Sector 2 yellow, that's FIFA. Bang at the back. It's not in any sort of danger at the moment of being lapped or anything like that, so just has to continue on. You never know what's going to happen in a race, so just keep going. To Ice Cream, he's on the back of James. So Williams gets Ferrari. Oh, that's always going to be tight through there, boys. So trying to go side by side for the chicane. And really see great from the angle that I had, but it did look to me like there's a bit of contact there. Can't see any obvious signs of damage though, so I think it's okay. I think Ice Cream is up into P6, and that's a... Who's probably gone as well as you could expect through that part of the track, to be honest. Right. Looks to recover from the disappointing at the start, but recovering now, and he's very much on the back of Aki. Got a little bit of a train going on here. So this is from 6th place Ice Cream, who's only just gotten ahead of James, of course, who's not had a chance really to pull away yet. But down to 10th place Lorne. Sort of train of cars, which causes its own problem. Obviously, makes it incredibly difficult for anybody to get past. Obviously, Ice Cream will be hoping to break the 1 second so that it can try and take advantage of this and maybe pull away a little bit before the pit stops. So I think if you're looking at you can expect medium tyres in any time now. Aki is round in the Red Bull. Just a little spin there. I think he's caught the I don't know which clear it would have been. It could have been either, actually. Could both spin you. So, but spins, but recovers it. Still going. Don't think that he didn't hit anything, so no damage on the fault. As Ice Cream has broken the 1 second, so that's going to give him the opportunity now to just pull away. If we do that, he may end up being able to extend the hard stint a little bit, which would give him Nice tyres for the second stint a bit later in the race. But you should be expecting medium tyre drivers in pretty much any time now. So I think you're looking around 14.21, 15.20 is probably pretty safe as well. 16.19, so any from now I would say through the next sort of 2 or 3 laps. See him coming in. Blades has pulled out a gap at the top, so it's 2.5 seconds in front of Jacob. Bedford coming for that moment off track is P3. He's gone away from Echo, but at the moment remains behind Jacob. In fact, we may as well move ourselves up to that. Oh, actually, no, let's go back to Imrie. On the outside here, James looking to come back at him. Saturn session, unlucky Atom. So James with the DRS here up the inside, going up towards turn run. Imrie comes back up the inside and in. Does he make the corner? Just about. But he's not going to get a good exit down to oh, and there's contact here. And that's going to see the end of James' race. And I'd imagine that Imrie's got damage as well. I was on board at the time. I really can't lay any blame now. I've got no idea. But that is a full safety car, so it's going to be our second full safety car now, and medium sized drivers will definitely be pitting. To be quite honest, I would imagine the hards are going to pit. I don't really see what else they could do. Can't really stay out now. It's too late to stay out, so I think they're going to have to pit to medium, see if they can get to the end, and if not, they'll just have to suck it up and pit again later on. We'll see. I'm sure someone will stay out, but yeah, Blades in from the front. So he won't be over the moon about this. He just started to create a gap. Well, just started. He created a nice gap. Look, 5 seconds. Nearly. So not ideal. He says push her to the grass. Can't do anything there. Yeah. Ironically, I was on board with James, but it didn't actually give me the best view of it, to be quite honest with you. It didn't. But there we go. So that's going to bring everybody back up together again. And so, well, everybody has pitted. Mako's just coming in again. I assume to go back to hard tyres. Oh, and he needs a new front wing as well. He's lost his front wing around the track somewhere. I assume he's done that under safety car, but right. It's going to be slate white clean for Mako and FIFA. I'll give them another chance. And Aki as well. These guys will going to be right back in this when we restart. So I would predict, where are we with Mako at the moment? It's just coming out of turn 1. So turn 2, and the safety car just coming up towards the last part of the lap. So yeah, I don't think we'll be going racing lap 16, probably not lap 17. I think lap 18 is the most likely restart lap. I think Zatum joins back. Hassan says this race is so boring. It's not been that boring for me. on the stream. So we've got to obviously. Well, the question is obviously going to be for the top 4. Can they get to the end on this? It's so the hards do okay around here. But the softs are just a pointless tyre around Hungary, and the mediums do wear pretty quickly as well. So it's going to be tough to get these mediums to the end. Probably not impossible. It's gonna. I would imagine they're going to be close to going off the cliff at the end. So really, you want to be on hards right now. I don't think. The question is, of course, is how close can Stato, for example, stay to the guys in front? You know, it's great that he's on the right tyre now. He's in a great position on the right tyre. No penalties. That's superb for Iron Man. But you know, if the guys on the mediums obviously end up 10 seconds up the road, then they're going to be able to look after the tyres later to cruise to the end. No problems at all. But go then. So lap 17 we resume. That means 19 laps remain. So everybody gets away safely as the Williams got a little run on Stato here. Make the corner, he does. Stato gets a little bit, tries a little bit of a switchback, but Ice Cream looks aware to that and cut it off pretty nicely. So Stato obviously on the hards, maybe struggling a little bit on the restart, of course. Temperature's going to be low in those tyres. Guys on the mediums with so much more grip right now. Stato's just got to keep in mind that his time in this race is going to be much later on. Ideally, Stato does not want another safety car now. He wants this race to go to the end. As does, well, all the drivers behind him now as well. They want the right way to be, really. They want the medium tyre guys to be tested, I would have thought, to try and get these tyres to the end. Definitely going to be difficult to get there. It's over half the race that they're going to have to do on the mediums. It's not ideal around here at all. Two penalties at the moment. I'm not gonna, don't generally bring the penalties up until the last couple of laps or so. It could just spoil some battles sometimes if you see the penalties. So looks like we've got a little battle down at the back. So Mako gets ahead of FIFA there. Turn 1. It's just getting away as well. It's still really tight when the restart as the Ferrari runs wide. Give any chance from Lauren? Not really. Never going to be a great opportunity in that part of the track in a way. Follows. It's very difficult to follow around here. Lots of dirty air. And that's something else that affects your tyres a lot as well. So having the dirty air to car in front. I think just going to nip ahead a second to Imre. Actually, the RS is going to activate over the line, so they're not got it just yet. As you can see there. So, to Bedford. Still don't have it because the actual activation point for that is the same as the line as the DRS zone on the pit straight, so still don't get it there. That's of course the only two DRS zones around here. It's quite an old track, Hungaroring. the newer tracks, of course, they do tend to have 3 DRS zones, but Hungaroring is quite an old track in comparison to most these days. So, stick with this. I think this is looking like it's going to head towards an opportunity. Sort of see Bedford will be pretty much spending the whole lap sort of looking at how he's going to stay close enough off the final corner. Immediately Jacob goes defensive, moves back to the racing line as they approach the corner, and this looks like it might be an opportunity. Bedford, what is he gonna do? Maybe just, oh goodness me, heavy braking there from Jacob. No real issues, they hit wheel to wheel, so no damage or anything. So sorry, a bit further down, Imrie and Scream switch positions, so to Williams. Don't know how planned that was, or whether that was a battle. But yeah, we don't want to be battling right now. I'm not too sure if these guys are actual normal teammates that try together every week or not, but we are, and we've lost Mako, and that's a full safety car. Gotta get another one. He's lost it down. It's just after the chicane, possibly coming out of the chicane. I'm not sure. But, that is the end of Mako's race, and here come the pit stops again. So who's gone through then? So Blade's gone through, Jacob's gone through, but Bedford, Echo, and Imrie all in. Echo with a fresh set of mediums available, and Bedford. Now, just to say that those two that went through at the front, Blades and Jacob, the safety car was already out. They have picked up the safety car, so it's not as simple as not just going to be able to pit. So, going for Stato now. But I mean, he didn't want another safety car, Stato. He wanted it to. No, those guys on hards didn't really want another one. He's the only one on hards that has actually gone through. All of the other hard drivers are pitted to mediums. So Stato's decided to take the track position, as it stands right now. He'd be very tempted to stay with that track position as well when he sees the fact that the driver directly ahead of him's got a penalty. And of course, these guys directly ahead of him, of course, have done 6 laps on these mediums. A couple of those laps are under safety car mind, but so obviously safety car won't come in this lap. Should come in the following lap. And that is a driver into the pits, so that was Jacob. So he's decided, well, he knows he's going to get dropped to the back. Oh, he's retired. Why is he retired? I've absolutely no idea why he's done that. Don't know. Oh, I just don't get that. Strange. Unless something's happened at home and he's had to come off, I don't know. Sometimes things do happen. Real life gets in the way. I always question though why people do that. I'm never quite sure. Three front wing changes and I'm 5th. Wow. Yeah. Turned out to be one of those races. Bit of a shame actually, because Hungary, it's not usually one of these races. So, oh, Imri, what you've done. Through a collision with Echo, picked yourself up 5 seconds as the field looked to get going again. I think Blade's going to take advantage of this. Stato left napping a little bit out of the, well, through the hairpin it was, and I think Blade's noticed it and thought, well, go then. So, Bedford, surely with the medium's going to be able to outbrake the Ferrari. And here it comes, yep, so Bedford into P2. And he's going to see, well, straight fight then, I think, between Blades and Bedford. Bedford is obviously on the younger medium tyres, which is going to give him that edge, but so he gets on. He sort of just got to be a bit careful. He's got the hard tyre driver in front of him. He's not particularly worn the hards. 8 laps isn't much on hards. A lot of those laps under safety car as well. But he will take a full lap to sort of heat up the hard tyres. So bit of contact there. Not the cleanest of moves, but threw in away for Imri up into P3. Obviously picked up that what may turn out to be rather annoying penalty coming the end of the race, but we'll see how that pans out for him. It's another opportunity, this time Echo on Stato. It's starting to look like Stato might regret staying on those hard tyres. There's a bit of contact there. Are they both going to actually exit? Well, somehow an Aston's ended up ahead of him, so clearly Lauren's gotten ahead of both of them, so clearly whatever contact did, it has slowed them both down. Got to show a bit of patience. You've got a guy running ahead of you, may not be as quick, he's not on the same tyres, you've got to show a bit of patience. I always say it's I know a lot of drivers across different leagues. I'm not saying these guys are this, but I know a lot of drivers across different, incredibly fast drivers that, you know, will play against sort of 110 AI and all that sort of thing and beat them. But you know, incredibly fast drivers, but they probably play and beat 110 AI. They won't beat 20 AI. And if you think, well, what does that mean? Well, what I mean is they'll run into the back of them and crash out every time because they don't have the patience to run behind them. So you've just got to be a bit careful. I'm not saying that's Ecuador, I'm not saying that's at all. It's part of the art of racing, it's part of it. So Stato continues on in a way, he's on his journey. He's had a good little race in my opinion. In a way, the battle for the win is hotting up. Bedford has caught onto the back of Blades. Now, obviously, the safety car or the additional safety car to what we thought will help Blades get these tyres to the end, but you've got to fancy him dropping off too far for him to keep Bedford behind, don't you? Clearly, well, both very quick drivers, there's no doubt about that. It's So yeah, I don't think Bedford's going to be in any massive rush to get it done. I'm just having a look there to see about energy, but actually at the moment, Blades has the slight advantage in terms of energy. So, 10 laps to run. You've got to think Bedford's best opportunity is probably going to come from sort of wearing Blades down, making him use energy to defend, and then to take advantage of that later on in the race. But let's see. Around this point should be where Blades will begin knowing now, I would have thought, whether he's going to get these mediums to the end, because he can look at the wear now and say, right, done 11 laps, but quite a few of those have been on the safety car. You know, these tyres are like 40% worn already. I've still got 10 to, well, 9 and a bit to complete. They're probably not going to make it, or they're, you know, going to drop off the cliff before. I want to leave this. Oh, nice little switch there from Bedford. Runs the McLaren a little bit wide, but not off track, so all fair. He just needs to hold the lead, which he does. Very nicely done from Bedford, and blows the fence there. It's not a. Ultimately, I think he probably knows there's not a massive amount he can do with the tyres, which are, well, at the moment, double the amount of wear on them. So it's looking like Bedford's quick reactions to pit under that last safety car have paid off. Now, just to mention that there was another battle going on at the same time there, and Echo has gotten ahead of Lauren for P4. Going to P4, but of course has a penalty. Lauren penalty free at the moment. And that's down to P8 now, but still going around nicely. He's doing alright. I think may just regret a little bit not pissing under that final safety car, but I think he's done alright. Right, so is there anything that Blades can do? Is there any sort of reply to this? It's hard to see how, but really, absolutely everything's against Blades being able to do anything about this now. He's the only thing he's got a slight advantage on. He's got about 8% energy more than Bedford has, but that's not really much of an advantage at this point. His tyres will be double the amount of wear. He's so the only thing Blades has in his locker right now is the fact that he's clearly, his outright pace is clearly very, very impressive. I just have the DRS. Of course, it's got the extra wear on his tyres, and running around in this dirty air of Bedford isn't going to help the case. So, Blades with a healthy lead in the championship, ultimately P2 for him is not going to be the worst thing in the world. Doing quite nicely, I should think, as Lauren and Aki are going side by side down to turn 3, and Ice Cream decided to get involved as well. The fast left-hander, I think, got a little bit close to the back of that Red Bull then for a moment. So, no harm done. And on they march. So, That's his... Right, so Aki up into P5 then, but Ice Cream P6 and penalty free. Lauren down to 7th now. Still going along nicely. May as well stay with this. This is our closest battle at the moment. Is Ice Cream and Aki. And tyre-wise, they're identical. Of course, Aki does have a penalty. We'll ignore that for the moment. So, we want a battle. He wants a battle. Right. Close enough on that occasion. Don't think he's likely to get close enough here down to turn 3. No, nowhere near. And now have to hold off another lap. Just concentrate on trying to get onto the gearbox of that Red Bull. I mean, I would say it would be being sort of pulled along by the fact that you can see the red light flashing away on the Red Bull ahead of him, but of course his energy situation here, Ice Cream, is no better. So as he's penalty free. And the only thing is, he would like to get past because Echo's not that far up the road, like 4 seconds, and he's got a penalty, so he could sit behind, but you know, it would be nice to get past to see if he could get up after Echo. So, I've got to give it to Blades. He's sticking with Bedford. Down to us, they are into the sort of corners of the track, so. And that's where it's just loses. So through the sort of trickier part of the lap, second half of the lap really, just loses a little bit. So when they get round to the DRS zone, just not close enough to be able to make a move. And similar here as well. I think Ice Cream's just having a bit of trouble trying to stay on the actual gearbox of the McLaren. Sorry, the Red Bull even. The Red Bull runs wide out there. Track extends slightly, but so they get very close there, but then sat there, the car ahead always gets that, seems to move those extra sort of 4 or 5 meters away, and then as you can see, just no way, absolutely no way. We run out of tarmac way before he gets close enough. And, to say the exact same thing really is happening up the front as well. Blades is doing his absolute best, but the wear on those medium tyres for him, it's just so difficult. Oh, this Red Bull runs wide. Be careful, you must be picking up some warnings. I've got a penalty here, but look back, Lauren's not dropped that far back. He's a couple of seconds, just about saw him in the background there. And oh, and Ice Cream's picks up 3 seconds. Oh no! Oh, he's got a load of snap on that. And the wheel's gone, and it's, I don't think that will cause a safety car. He's off track quite a bit. That really snapped on him, that did. Goodness me. It's, no, definitely no safety car, which is a good thing, really. Didn't really want another one. It'd have been a very quick one, just out for 1 lap, but it hasn't come out, so we'll continue on. Really unlucky Ice Cream. I don't know whether he'll still be classified. I think he is, or I think he will be. So, just depends on the league if they do classify drivers or not. it does just mean unfortunately that was our sort of battle that I was kind of hoping was going to get us through to the end, but unfortunately it's robbed us of that one. Blades is... It's a bit... well, say it again, to be fair to Blades, it's still so well to stay this close to Bedford. Definitely shows the pace of the guy. Out of all this, somehow, Imri looks like at the moment, touch wood, you may be coming out of this with essentially a podium. Let's just those penalties there, and yeah, it's not an absolute guaranteed thing. He does have 8 seconds, but the car behind the Mecho does have 5, so yes, so it's still got a 5.5 second gap, so he should be fine. But same for Echo to Aki. 3.6 seconds is the actual gap after the penalties are taken into account. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think, just sort of thinking back on this race now, I think there's been some big moments, and clearly Bedford's quick reactions to pit under that final safety car, or quick thinking to pit under that final safety car. I guess you could say, well, Bedford had the benefit of being the car behind, so he could react to the fact that Blade didn't come in. Meant he could also actually react and do the opposite, but it just paid off for him. So that was obviously a huge moment. I also think that losing Atom was a massive moment. Obviously, he pitted on the first safety car to hard tyres. It was always going to be a bit iffy whether that was going to work or not. Can never be quite sure if there's going to be another safety car, and with the grid not being full tonight, and at that point only 13 drivers, I would never say that Atom did the wrong thing, because Hungary's not really... Hungary's not a track where you normally get loads of safety cars, so to be honest, if I was at it, I probably would have done the same thing, if I'm honest. So those are the breaks, I guess, aren't they? It's part of it, isn't it? We all have instances, all things happen to all of us on this game. It's here we go. Anyway, last couple of corners for this man as he comes round to win. Whatever else is going on, Bedford, without a doubt, has kept his cool and just got on with it. I thought he was going to end up in the wall there for a moment. Crosses the line to win at the Hungaroring. Brilliant P2 for Blades. Unlucky not to get a win, but exceptional drive still. Imri with penalties falls 10 seconds behind, but he will hold on to the podium, so well done to Imri. Echo in P4. Aki 5th. Lorne 6th. Stato will take P7. Well done, Stato. I thought you did well, man. And Morris FIFA is bringing the other Haas home. So, well, that's one thing to note. Definitely a good day for Haas. Coming home, the only team to bring both cars home. And they are finishing P1 and P8. And as I say, I think Ice Cream will be... I think Ice Cream will be classified. So, just up to the league whether he gets those points or not. Some leagues do classify, other leagues don't. Yeah, well done, Imri. Got the podium. I'll be inviting you in just a second. I'm doing podium interviews. I'm not going to watch the podium. But I'll invite you guys in quickly. I did say to... Well, I say that. I can't invite Bedford in. Why can't I invite Bedford? Oh, because he's on PC. That's why I can't invite Bedford. Alright, forget it actually, guys. I won't do the podium interviews. Just leave it at that. Right, so there's our finishers. Just to confirm that, yes, the game did classify Ice Cream as +4 laps. But as I say, that's obviously going to be up to the league on that one. Just scroll down and up the penalties, just in case the stewards need them. You can have a look at pit stops if you like. Lots of front wings there. Never get away from. Feel free to do podium interviews you want to. Shall I? All right then. Well, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't get Bedford in because he's on PC. I can't invite him. So I would like to talk to Blades if he's up for it. And Imbri. Well, interview sent, or you know. Yeah, I don't know how to invite him though. That's the. Oh, goodness me, what's going on there? Somebody else can maybe. Right. Hey, Blades. Hello. All right. Here's Bedford now. Excellent. Okay, I've invited Imri as well, but he's not joined yet. But if you could just include your audio if you haven't already, guys.
Yep, done that.
Excellent. There we go. Let's just invite Imri again. So there we are. All right. Well, Blades, I'll talk to you as Imri's not here at the moment. I'll talk to you first. So, also, massive well done on P2. Massively unlucky not to win the race, to be quite honest with you. I think largely down to Bedford's quick sort of thinking to pit after you didn't. Yeah, great job though, man. You clearly showed you did really well to stay so close to him at the end as well, and not drop out to 1 second. So fair play to you. Give us an idea of what the race was like for you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, uh, I mean, start was, I think, just pretty normal. I got a good start, but didn't manage to get past Beeford, obviously. And then Beeford had his wheel glitch that he gets every race, so that made it easy for me to pass him.
Is that what it was? Was it? I think.
Yeah, he.
I'll talk to you in a minute about that. That was quite funny.
Yeah, so obviously I inherited the lead and had someone behind me. I think it was Jakob, I don't know, but obviously he held Beeford up nicely, and then obviously the first safety car came out, which gave me an opportunity to pit, and I was like, yeah, this would be nice to make the end on these tyres maybe, and hopefully it should be easy from there. But second safety car came out, and to my surprise, everybody pit, even though it's easily possible to make up to the end on mediums. So as soon as that happened, I pretty much knew my chances were over because I think, well, I've had about an extra 20% wear on my tyres, and me and Beeford are pretty similar pace around here, I think. So I knew I would have struggled to keep up, or well, definitely struggled to keep him behind anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah, just brought it home. Still strong points anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. I did have a quick read out of the championship standards before, and I saw that you're doing extremely well at the moment in the drivers. So obviously, great points for that. Still a little way to go yet, so you can't sort of say it's guaranteed, but certainly looking good for the drivers' championship. Just a sort of because obviously you've got to. You were first when that safety car came out, so obviously you've got to make that decision, and it's never easy, is it, to sort of decide, do I come in, do I stay out? Presumably Buford's probably stuck behind you, sort of thinking, well, I'm just going to do the opposite, basically, and so you stayed out, he came in. How bad were the tires at the end?
they weren't too bad, I think. They were definitely I don't think they were quite in puncture territory, but they were in the high 60s, I think. So
Right. Yeah. So
yeah, not too bad, but definitely felt a bit of drop off on the tires. So yeah, not ideal, but
just shows again really how well you did stay so close to him. So congratulations, man, and you do take my driver of the day as well. So well done. I always give a driver of the day as commentator. So
yep, thank you very
you're
much.
mine. Beeford, sorry for not giving you driver of the day, Beeford, but well done, mate. You've won the race. You don't need it. You've won the race. So yeah, really well done. You reacted really quickly to come in for that set of tyres, so you did the right thing. So well done. What's give us your side then? How did it go for you?
Well, obviously the start was very good. First stint before the safety. Well, no, actually not before the safety car. So the first safety car had my wheel glitch, which made me lose the lead, which is annoying because I had a setup which had way too much downforce. So I had real no chance of overtaking, apart from
Yeah.
the end. So that was annoying. But I pitted for the second mediums. I just I have nothing to lose really. 'Cause I wasn't going to get by normally. Well, what might have got by the Red Bull. Obviously he retired, but
Yeah.
Blade would have been difficult because I had no straight on speed. But obviously it worked out quite nicely. Got ahead of starting the straight away on the second safety car, and then made a very cheeky move into the turn one on Blade, and well, I was all right from there. I just managed the gap because I had downforce to do it really. So, but still would rather have less. Yeah, it wasn't a bad race.
Yeah, there was an awful lot going on in the race. You kept it nice and entertaining at the front for us, but definitely without doubt the best moment of the race was I'm watching from the broadcast camera, and so at the chicane you get the lovely sort of reverse camera, so you see people coming over the curbs.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden the hash just went straight on, straight past the picture. Goodbye.
It's
So
not
that was
glitch. Yeah, it happens randomly, so I could get lucky if it happened on a straight line, or it just happens right in the braking zone. Lucky there's a lot of runoff there for gravel, not a wall straight away.
Yeah, that must be a nightmare on street tracks, man.
Yeah, it is, but sometimes it's okay. It's just random. It's only rumor race a couple of times, and so it could be a lot worse. I'm trying to get it sorted anyway.
Okay, cool. Well, massive well done on the victory, buddy. That's a brilliant drive from both
Nice one.
of you, to be quite honest with you. Also a shout out to Imri getting P3 in the end, despite 3 front wing changes apparently. So, yeah, well done. There we go. Do you guys know where you are next week?
Next week we are
It's
at.
Zandvoort.
It is. Yeah, Zandvoort.
Zandvoort. Okay, is that good for you guys? Do you like Zandvoort?
No.
Lovely for me. I do like it. So
Cool. No worries. Okay. Atom says, Ben, shush, you had a skill issue on straights.
I had a skill issue on straights.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
All right.
Right, guys. Well, it's that point then. So, well, thanks very much to you guys. Thanks for joining me and chatting to me. And, thanks for letting me join for the race tonight. That was good fun. So, I'm not sure everybody in Discord agrees, but it was quite good fun, I thought. There you go. Thanks to everybody that's watched live with me and kept me entertained and, watched along with me, and everybody that watches it back as well. Really appreciate it. Of course, if you guys from this league as well, if you want to, take a look at any of the other ones that do, just give me a shout if there's anything you like there. But if I'm ever free, I'll always be happy to come and drop in and do it as well. So anyway, good night, God bless everybody, have a nice Easter weekend, and don't eat too much chocolate, and see you soon.